was, a young gay kid in Maine, I didn't always feel that I belonged. I did not always feel welcomed. And for a big part of my career, I felt like I was in somebody else's shoes. So again, I was like every other corporate person. And I wore my little blue suit and my little white shirt, and I felt like I was this little, penguin kind of following all these leaders. But that wasn't really me. Like, again, this is like the dullest shirt you'll ever see me in. I'm usually very colorful, so I'm not a penguin. I'm a flamingo, or I am a peacock. And when we allow people to be their authentic self, when organizations truly say, we want you, we want your point of view, we want your experience, and we want you to be you, organizations benefit from that.
When I first interviewed with David, I was in Kansas, and it was the highlight of our first meeting. It was not even the formal interview, it was just kind of a meet and greet. He says, whatever happens with this process, I want to connect you with people. I want to make sure that you are connected with a lot of people in Maine, so you have success in your job search. Yes, who says that, right? Nobody. So
he does.
Yeah, exactly, he does, yes.
That's the superpower. He makes them feel like they have so much potential, that they're a great person. He really connects with you when you walk away feeling like, I'm important and I can do this.
When I returned in Maine in 1998, after needing to leave the state twice to work, like so many Maine youth do, I came back and I said, this will be my final stay. I will be in Maine. And my Leadership Maine experience really was very helpful for me, because it was a journey about how am I going to make sure that the rest of my career remains in Maine. In Leadership Maine, I got to go to Millinocket, and I got to go to the county, I got to go to Washington County. And so I think what I really learned is that Maine is rich, and Maine has tremendous diverse people and industries, and that we need all of them for our economy.
When I came on board, he's like, you're great, it's awesome, but you should embrace being who you are a lot more and not trying to be so Americanized all the time. That empowerment to be your authentic self, he brings that from his experience growing up and from all the things that he lived.
One of the critical issues that keeps coming up in the state of Maine is the importance of workforce. And David is the highly respected leader that is known as the exemplar. In addition to all the individual people he has taught and mentored and helped in the organization, he has really impacted a couple of the professions that on a larger scale can impact the whole workforce issues. And that is all the educators in the state, and then of course the human resource professionals. For my 60th birthday, my goal was that I wanted to run my first ever 5K as part of a fundraiser. Now, I never asked him, and he's like, I'll go with you. He gave up that time to support me and join me in that 5K. And again, here I am. I'm another director of HR, a competitor, so to speak. But talk about that superpower of you want to follow him. Tell you what, I want to follow David, and I know a lot of people who want to follow David.